Welcome in, Signature Barber, and everybody in the barber shop. Afternoon. Welcome in, Queen T. Thank you for getting your daily heart, me, Queen T. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Y'all, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, Tat 33. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. When you come in, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hey, love. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon. I hope everybody had a great day. Hey, my YouTuber. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, y'all. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you already know how we do, when you come in, make sure you grab your pen, your paper, and your journal. If you have not purchased my journal, grab your pen and your paper. Queen T, can you do me a favor real quick until my other folks get in here? Could you write topic and then on the side of that put, or look, one of y'all put topic and put why can't I have that? That's the topic. Why can't I have that? Today's topic is why can't I have that? Come on in, come on in. Why can't I have that? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Look, Queen T, one of y'all write topic. Why can't I have that? Why can't I have that? I'm using slang. Why can't I have that? Welcome in, Tish. Thank you. Thank you. I needed somebody to, and I picked it up. Listen, what I mean about that right there, why can't I have that? Today we're going to talk about having what they say you can't have. Or not settling because they feel like that's all you can have. And what I mean by that, why you can't, thank you, Miss Cynthia. Welcome in, welcome in. Why we got to stay in the hood? Why we got to live in low income? Like, why can't I have a nice car? Why I got to have that lemon? Why I got to have a piece of a man? Why can't I have that degree? Why can't I have the life that I want to live? Why I got to settle for a man that mistreat me, lie to me, stay out all night? Why I got to only have a woman that got a nice shape but don't got no substance to her? Like, why can't I have what I want to have? Why do I have to settle for less? Why can't I dream big? Why can't I believe God for the things that he promised me? We're going to talk about it. Like, why can't I have that? Why is it that if you talk proper, people go to saying you talking white? Why can't I talk educated? Why can't I have an intellectual conversation? Why can't a man, this is from a man, like why can't some men say, I don't want to deal with you if you got kids? Why can't some women say, I don't want kids? Why can't some women say they don't want to be married? Why some women can't say they want to be married? Like, what? Why can't I have a big house? Why I gotta have an apartment? Why I just gotta settle here? Why I can't want nice things for my children? Why people feel like you acting different when you get your life together and you stop thinking on a lower level? Why can't you change your mind? That part. Why? Why you can't change your mind? Why you can't want better for your children? Why you can't want better for your grandchildren? Why you can't want a man that don't cuss you out? Why a man gotta cuss you out? Why do we gotta deal with a man that's locked up in order to have real love? Like, why is that the it thing? Oh, girl, if he ain't in the streets, if he ain't been in jail. Like, why do you gotta wait on a man that's locked up when there are free men out here? Why you can't want to deal with a man that don't went to college and got something going on? Why you can't want to deal with a woman that got herself together? Why you ain't just settling because This all you know. Why you looking past what has been offered? Why when the people on that car lot told you this all you can get with your credit score and your money? Why you told them people, I don't want that because I ain't got to settle for that? Why can't I have that? Why can't I have what I want? Why I always just got to get what is given to me? Why can't I strive for the stars? Like, why can't I want to move or stay where I'm at and live good? Why can't I want to own a business or own some property or be financially stable? Why can't I want to pay my bills on time? Why can't I want my kids to go to a better school than what is offered in my community? Why can't I want my kids to go to a private school? Why can't I have my kids go to a school that's not an HBCU? Or why can't my kids go to an HBCU? Why are they trying to move all the people of color out the hood, move certain people in? Why they trying to change the narrative? Like, we got a lot of stuff to digest today. Come on in. Because why can't I have that? That's the topic for today. Why can't I have that? Why can't I want my kids to do better? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I not want to be the person I was yesterday? Why can't I want to change who I am today? Like, why can't I stop thinking the way my mama thought? Why can't I want to just do better than everybody in my family? Why can't I rise above being knocked down? Like, I know I had a hard time and I made some bad decisions. Why can't I be on my feet and y'all embrace who I am? Why everybody got to get distant if I got a man, if I got children, if I get married? Like, why we got to fall out? Why you feel like you can't be a friend because you got a man? Let's talk about it. Why do I have to go to that church? Because all my family went to that church. Why can't I want to go to another church? Why do I have to believe in what you believe in? Why can't I make up my own mind about certain things? Why do I have to have my daddy last name in order for people to say I'm somebody? Why do I have to have graduated from high school for somebody to say I'm somebody? Why do I have to go to college in order for somebody to say I'm somebody? Why do people have respectable people? Like, why y'all will celebrate everybody else, but they won't celebrate you? Let's talk about it. Do anybody else understand what I'm saying? Because today's topic is, why can't I have that? Like, why do we got to just be who they say we are and we can't change? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, we gonna talk about it. Why can't I want good stuff in my life? Like, why can't I want to be comfortable in life? Why can't I say, you know what? This ain't everything that I want in life. I want more. And why is it okay for the people that don't look like me and you and you and you, why is it okay for them to have the good credit score, have a big nice house, have the car they want, have money in the bank? Why are we all labeled the same way? Why can't I know how to talk? Because I get on and I talk loud and I look different, I have this on my head, or on the weekends I got my bonnet on, why do I automatically got to be ghetto? You get on my live, you haven't been on long, but you hear me raising my voice or using my hands. Why do people assume that I'm ghetto, I'm miserable, I'm not intelligent? Like, why do we feel like we got to be second best? We can't talk up for ourselves. We can't defend ourselves. Why we got to always feel like, if me as a person of color, why do it got to be, oh, she's mad, she bothered? Why, if you don't agree with me and I respond back, the first thing a person say on live, oh, you seem bothered. I'm bothered because I'm responding to something you said. Like, why we can't be adults? Like, really. Hey to my YouTube. If you on my YouTube, why y'all not liking the YouTube? my channel today. I got 5 people watching me. I have no thumbs up. What's up? Like, what's up? Like, why? In order to get love on these social media platforms, you got to bring drama. Why is drama all that sells? Why is sex all that sells? If I was on here half naked, they'll come to my live. Like, why can't I be on here talking about God, pouring into people, being positive, and still reach the level of the messy people? Like, why can't I get that same support? Why do some of us feel like we got to go extra hard? We can't just get it out the mud. We got to go through hell and high water. Why can't stuff just come easy sometimes? We gonna talk about it. Come here. Oh, we gonna talk about it. We are gonna talk about it. Welcome in, welcome in. When you come in, I'm asking that you tap the screen. Where we at? Oh, baby, we at 10,000 taps. I didn't even know we were tapping that hard, y'all. Come on now. I didn't even know we was tapping that good. Somebody on here helping me tap, tap. Thank you. Darn. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. One more time for my tappers. Okay. Y'all tap this thing up today. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's talk about it. If you know me, you know. You already know how we get down on my social media platform. First things first, y'all already know I got to give out my disclaimers. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everyone. Yesterday we had a great conversation. I allowed my family, meaning y'all, because y'all my family, to tell me some things y'all wanted to talk about, and we talked about it yesterday. Today's topic is, why can't I have that? And I've unleashed a whole lot. So we're going to write some things down and we're going to talk about it. You understand? But first things first, join my live at your own risk. Join my live at your own risk. Because joining my live, it might make you do better, think wiser, be smarter. You might get bolder. You might go to telling people around you, I don't want to do that. I don't want to settle over there. So join my live at your own risk. You might not agree. Welcome in, Sexy T. You might not agree with everything that I say. It might offend you. You might need to grab a box of tissue. Because y'all, if you new here, put a yellow heart. But if you family, y'all already know how we get down. I ain't biting my tongue, watering it down, chasing it. I'm that drink with no chaser. I'm that hen that if you drink it straight, it'll burn your chest. And not because I want to harm you, because I love you. Welcome in to my newbies. Y'all, family, let's welcome the newbies in. Not because I want to harm you, because I love you and I want to see you do better. I want to pour into you. If I might not reach everybody. If it's one person that leaves off my live and something changes about them, changes within them, I've done my job. You understand me? Welcome into my newbies. When you come in, if you don't mind, hold my nose down. Come on, TikTok. Stop playing now. TikTok be acting up sometimes. Hold my nose down and share my live out to 10 people. Y'all, I hit 10,000 so fast today. I forgot to share my live out. Share it out with 10 people. Let them know that your girl live. Once you share it out with 10 people, you don't got to do it no more. That part. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. But we going to talk about it. Y'all know we jump off what this is. I need 24 different people to give me a penny ice cream cone. 24 different people. If you give me one and you want to give me multiple, that's fine, but only one counts. I need 24 people to give me an ice cream cone. Let me finish my disclaimers. Listen. When you come on my live, understand this. If you're an atheist and you don't believe in God, and because you prayed about something, and thank you for sharing out my live, and you mad at him, this definitely might not be the live for you, because I will get to talk about Jesus. I'm going to talk about the God. I might get to praying and speaking in tongues on here. And if that offends you, this definitely ain't the live for you. This definitely ain't the live for you. This is my life. What you would not do is be rude and disrespectful and take over my life. I'm an educator. And by me being an educator, a lot of my students find me on social media. And not because I've told them my name, my page ain't private, so they join me. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And if you one of my students and you watching me, show Miss Pray some love. My students love to get me at work and say, Miss, I saw your live. You saw my live, but you ain't supported. Make it make sense. But I don't like talking to children. I like talking to grown people. I don't like talking to simple-minded people. I don't like people that throw the rock and hide their hand, want to say everything, and then when it's your time to get this straightened, then you want to run and hide. I don't like talking to people like that. I like, welcome in, DJ Real. Welcome in, welcome in. Where you been, DJ Real? I ain't seen you in a minute. I don't like talking to simple-minded people. I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, baptized, believing, fivefold ministries, tongue talking, saved. I'm saved in real life. I'm not just saved for social media. I'm saved in real life, and I don't like religious people. I like people that got a relationship with God. I don't like dealing with people that are religious because to me, religious people are judgmental. So I like talking to real people. I'm a real person. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm a real person. Biblical butterfly, welcome in, Cookie. Welcome in. You understand me? So, when you come to my live, do not wear your emotions on your sleeve. Because if you do, this might not be the live for you. Because I might get you together real quick. I might talk about you, your mama, your dog, your children, your side piece, your main chick, your husband, your wife, your main. I might talk about you, but it ain't to harm you. It's actually to help you. I might make you uncomfortable, and then you might get comfortable after what I say. I'm not your mama, your best friend, your grandma. I'm going to say what a lot of people be wanting to say, and some people be scared to say because y'all can whoop them, but you ain't going to whoop my behind. I'm going to say what I want to say. This is my mouth. Sometimes you need to be uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. People want to be comfortable all the time, and everybody want to be grown until it's time to have grown-up conversations. Everybody want to be grown until it's time to have a grown-up conversation. Because when you go to talking that grown-up stuff, they go to getting uncomfortable and go to feeling like you judging them. Like a minute ago, I just said what I said. Why I got to settle for low income? Why do I got to say, I got to stay in low income? I can't afford nothing else. I can't want nothing else nice. Why? Like, why can't I have a high-rise apartment? Like, why we can't have that? But we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it today. Last thing. One thing about it. On my live, there are people on my lives. I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok right now. And there are people that don't play by me like for real. Like, it's up and it's stuck by me. You go talking out the side of your neck, baby, you be blessed and blocked real quick. I might not cuss you out. I might even allow you, we might go back and forth. But there are people on my live, you say one too many things, they will get you together real quick. They're going to get you together real quick. And you're going to be saying, oh my God, what? Nobody can't disagree. It ain't that. We have no time for people in their feelings. Them, we get on here and we want to hear the truth. Some people may think people don't like to hear the truth, but a lot of people like to hear the truth. And one thing I like about this, I talk and I also listen. You understand me? But people really come to listen to what I have to say. Now, if you have one last thing, let me come a little close. If looking at me, listening to me offends you, this definitely ain't the life for you. Because some people are offended because I'm a black woman. And baby, listen. I'm going to be a black woman till I'm 6 feet under. I'm not changing the narrative. I'm not watering nothing down. When I get to talking, I'm very passionate, so I talk loud. I'm not changing that because you feel uncomfortable. It might be a trigger, but I'm a black woman with a wide nose. I got natural hair, but I permed it. But I'm me. You understand me? I am me, and I love all of me. It's Black History Month, but baby, I'm black 365, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I'm black when I go to sleep, and I'm black when I wake up, and I'm not changing that to fit the narrative. You understand me? I'm not. So, with that being said, let's get ready to pray. Let's get ready to pray. Repent of all my sins, Lord Jesus. I come to you humble, thanking you in advance for choosing me to be the vessel you chose to speak to your people. Lord, I ask that you cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways. I plead the blood of Jesus over my son and my husband. I cancel anything not sent by you. I cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits. Lord, I ask that you uproot anything not sent by you. I plead the blood of Jesus over the airways. I'm asking that you send quality over quantity. Send the engagers that want to hear a word or need to hear a word. Lord, don't let this word be delivered and it falls on deaf ear. Don't let the word return void. Let this word that be sent out and do just what it was intended to do. Lord, I'm asking that you close the mouths of the enemy and close the ears of the prince of the air. Lord, throw your weight around. Do what only you can do. Lord, let thine will be done on this live. In your son Jesus' name, amen. Let's get ready. All I ask that you be mindful on my live because they will get you together. Y'all, I'm a little cold today. Y'all, once again, Florida, somebody done brought Jack Frost to Florida. I don't know which one of my up north family members did that. Y'all my family because you on my live. I don't know which one of y'all playing. But can I meet y'all in Pensacola? Because Pensacola is the border between Georgia and Florida. And I'm going to return Jack Frost. I'm saying y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. It's cold out here. We you know, Florida, they not used to this long length of cold. We need 1 or 2 days and put the boots away. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So if you can please come and get Jack, we return it to Sunday. I'm just saying, we want to return Jack because it's too cold out here in Florida. I'm just saying, we don't have time for this. Warm down where? Warm down where? You feel what I'm saying? You see my Florida people? My Florida people understand what I'm talking about. It's way too cold. Hot. Baby, that's what I'm saying. It's like, listen, it gets 60 and we pull out the snow boots. You know what I'm saying? It gets 60 and we pull out our snow boots, our scarves, our gloves. I'm a real Floridian, born and raised here. But that's why I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you. Listen, we sorry. We love to get a little sunshine and go to posting our pictures with our flip-flops and sundresses. And we did that. We sorry. From the bottom of our heart. I'm at the bottom, down where it did not, no snow came. I'm not in Tampa, I'm below Tampa. You feel what I'm saying? No snow came down here. It's too cold, it's 60 degrees outside. I got my heater on in my house to warm it up because it's cold in here. You understand? You know what I'm saying? It's cold. But listen, you know, I'm spoiled down here in Florida. Don't do that. Y'all Floridians, y'all know what I'm talking about, but let's talk about it. Listen, when you come in, I need the ice cream cones. Ice cream cones. Listen, I need 19 more people to grab up an ice cream cone. Come on, y'all. It ain't gonna break the bank. They're a penny. They're a penny, y'all. Come on now. Y'all grab up that ice cream cone. But listen, see what I'm saying? Karen, did you send Jack Frost down here? I need to know, y'all. Karen just told me she in Chicago. Did you send Jack Frost? Hey, Shawana Brooks, I'm just saying, I'm asking Karen real quick. Karen, did you do that? I'm asking you, can I meet you in Pensacola so I can return Jack Frost? You can have your man back. We don't play like that. I'm just asking, Karen. Somebody brought Jack Frost down here. See what I'm saying? Somebody. But listen, today we finna talk about it. Why can't I have that? We're going to talk about wanting better for our children, our grandchildren. I'm going to write that down. If you're writing and taking notes, put wanting better for ourselves, children, grandchildren. Sexy T, did you send Jack Frost? I'm just asking. Somebody sent Jack Frost to Florida. Somebody sent Jack Frost to Florida. I don't know which one of y'all did it. One of y'all sent Jack Frost to Florida. Somebody. Welcome in, Inspiring Angel. Welcome in. But listen, today's topic is why can't I have that? Why is it that anytime we do something out of the norm? But let me back up before I say that. I'm from the hood. Like, I'm from the hood, like in Plies' voice. Where the rent high, gas prices high, where the feds go, where the jits bad. Like, I'm from the hood. I'm from the projects. Like, seriously. And when you grow up in the projects, in the hood, sometimes you gonna either go right or you gonna go left. And what I mean by that, you either gonna fight to get out the hood or you gonna fight to stay in the hood. Some people don't mind living that type of lifestyle. I'm not knocking nobody that still live in the projects. I'm not knocking nobody from the projects. What I'm saying is, not everybody want to stay in the projects. A lot of people says, why don't you buy a house in the hood? In my hood, buying a house, one thing is very expensive. Because they want you to live somewhere and there is not a lot. Like my hometown, we don't got no Walmart. We don't got no Target. We don't got no Starbucks. We don't even, they just took the last grocery store out of there. So now everybody has to venture out. I'm talking about the town that I grew up in. I don't live there now, but I'm saying that to say this. It's hard for people to change their mentality. And you can tell, you can sit down and have a conversation with somebody. And then if you say, well, I don't want to live in the hood, they get mad. Why you don't want to live in the hood? What you trying to say? Why you trying to downplay? Nobody trying to downplay living in the hood. But y'all do know we don't got to stay there no more. Even if you were raised in the hood, you don't have to stay in the hood. You can actually move out the hood, get you a nice apartment or a house, and live your life. You don't have to settle for your children to go to a certain school because it's around the corner from where you went, where you grew up, or where your house is. You can actually send your kids to whatever school you want to send your kids to. Some people feel like you got to send your kids to the school that they went to. Some people feel like, oh, if you take your children out of the hood school and put them in a school that in their class, it might be 5 of them and 20 of everybody else. There's something wrong with that. There are some people that send their kids to school and they're okay with their kids getting hand-me-down books, hand-me-down electronics. They ain't getting fed the best. They school raggedy. They ride the raggedy school buses. Then you got some people that send their kids to good schools where the grass manicured, where they eat good, where the classrooms get new books and new laptops, where they're cared for and get the same equal opportunities as the other kids get. But then you got some people are going to get mad and feel like you a sellout because you felt like, my kids ain't got to go to that school over there when half of the AC don't work or the heater don't work or they ain't even got the best teachers. I'm not being specific. I'm just speaking in general. It seems like anytime you want better, you always got a hater in the background making it seem like you don't. Oh, you switch sides. Oh, you so bougie because you want better. That means you got to be bougie because I want better. So you mean to tell me because I ain't around here pretending like I got it and I got it, but I ain't pretending like I got it. I ain't acting like I'm better than nobody. I'm me on social media and off. People see me in real life and be like, girl, you still the same. And my question to them is, Was I supposed to be somebody else? I can get on here and be hood, and I can get on here and talk intellectual. But both people are still me. Because I get on here and I say, I want to have generational wealth in order to leave my kids and my grandkids something, it's a problem. So you mean to tell me, in order for me to rise to the top, I got to get on here and bash my husband, bash both of my kids' daddies, talk bad about my family? Like, you mean to tell me I can't talk about the goodness of the Lord and still come up? The world's so bent out of shape on positive that they love so much negative that they can't even get into the, you know what, Charnetta Live, she not doing all that. She ain't bashing nobody. She ain't putting nobody down. She's actually teaching us and telling the truth. Why we gotta be such angry birds? Why we can't be happy? Why when I say I want to see happy relationship, positive relationships, why is it a fight and an argument when I say if you meet a grown man and you meet him on Section 8 or you meet him in low income or you meet him however you meet him and it ain't up top tier and he say, you know what, it's cool, let me change your life. Why would I say anything about low income or anything? I got to be bashing somebody. I can't want better for you even though I don't know you. I can't want you to save money even though I don't know you. I can't want you to be in a healthy relationship and not let no man cuss you out. Like, I got to personally know you to want good for you, better for you. So you can't listen to me because I'm on social media and you assume that I don't know anything, or you act as if I'm acting like I'm better. I say one thing and people run with it. If I raise my voice and somebody get on my line, the first thing they're going to be saying, oh, she mad, she angry, her man must be cheating on her. Why does every black person in America got to get EBT, get food stamps? Not that I'm ashamed, because I have got EBT. I've spent food stamps. Why is that the first thing people say? Like, why can't I be in a different tax bracket right now that I don't get food stamps? Like, why? Because I got 4 kids, why do I automatically have had to be on Section 8 and live in low income? Like, why can't it be different? Why everything is a competition? Like, why can't I speak to different people? Because today's topic is why can't I have that? Like, why can't I speak to different people and change somebody's life without people feeling like I'm being judgmental? For instance, I had a conversation and I talked about how I've come across posts when a woman got 3 kids, but now she switched sides and she says that that's the best love that she's ever had. And why can't I disagree and still be cool with her? Like, everybody on my live I talk to ain't saved, ain't straight, ain't in a relationship, ain't married. But why can't I say that without people think I'm trying to judge or say, oh, you saying that because you saved? Because I say, you ain't got to go on the other side to find a real love. Like, why can't I tell people clean up their filthy, funky, dirty, nasty house and mean it out of love? Why that's got to be bashing people? Why when I say it's good men out there, I got to be trying to force people to get married? Why can't I be saying marriage can be a wonderful thing? Why every time we talk about a man, why the man always gotta be, oh, he a deadbeat, he don't take care of his kids, he don't got nothing, he want to leech off people, he don't open car doors, he don't buy flowers, he don't come home at night, he cheat? Why is always the man that cheat, as if women don't cheat? Like, and why can't I be defending the man and still saying I understand that we need things too? But why do we always got to bash the black man, a man in general? Why can't we just be honest and say men cry? Why do every man that cry why he got to be soft? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Like, why is it that every woman when she laid down, had children, and if she's a single mom now, why is it that she laid down and picked the wrong kind of man? Why is it that a woman, she automatically, like she can read minds and just knew that he was going to be there? Why that man laid down and had a baby with that woman, and if I say she ain't no good and he knows she ain't no good, why I got to be jealous? Or why I got to say, when I say, if you're not better than me, because I don't got my daddy last name, why do people feel like when you speak about certain things, you automatically got to be a hater? Why can't we just be having a real conversation? Why everything got to be an attack on you when somebody trying to tell you what's right? Why when somebody say, quit buying your kids everything and teach them something and learn how to say no? Why the first thing people say, people can spend their money how they want to spend their money? Why you worry about how people spending their money? Why you judging people? And then when I clap back and I say, I'm not judging, but I don't want to hear nobody complain about what they don't got. When you went out and spent $1 million on a prom night and now your child don't got no money. Where's the money after the big prom? A lot of people go bananas on prom. I'm talking about getting Maseratis, getting ponies, getting their child flew in. They got the Hellcats. They got they do all that for prom, but for the 12 years of their kids' life, we ain't seen them at no PTO. We ain't seen them standing with no standing room fighting for new books, new computers. But you spent all this money to prove a point to social media. Do your child got real insurance? Why when we say you got a Gucci bag, you bragging about a Gucci bag, you bragging about a Prada bag, you bragging about having Balenciagos and taking trips. What kind of insurance you got? Let's talk about it. What kind of insurance you got while you got that Prada bag on your side? Because if you got Medicaid, shut up. How you have a $100,000 bag on your side or drive a $100,000 car and you get Medicaid? You ain't got no real insurance. I'm serious. And I see people agree with me. Why every time we say get some life insurance, so if somebody pass in your life, you ain't got to get no GoFundMe, sell no plates, have no barbecues, try to do any and everything to get what you need to bury whoever if you got some insurance? Why when we tell you to get some real insurance, y'all get mad? Like, y'all, please make it make sense. I'm confused here. I'm asking, why can't we literally have what we want to have, how we want to have it, but have it positive? Why the only way to come up is you got to lie, cheat, and steal? Why, when you're a social media influencer, and there are other people like me, but people will come to your live, or there was somebody else to say she do live, she's a YouTuber, she's a TikToker, she's a Facebook, but they won't support you. But you will see them on Cardi B page, a celebrity page, and they trying to break the bank to support them. Why is it that when I say tap the screen, show your live, host some love, share it out, send a rose or a penny gift, why people get big mad as if I'm trying to pay my mortgage off? People do this, what I'm doing every single day, but because it's me, I get no love, I get no support because it's me. And then I don't warmed up now. I don't warmed up, y'all. Hold on. Your girl don't warmed up now. Why people think if they support you, you going to become a millionaire overnight and you going to change? Like, what? People do what I do every day. And because it's me, why you mad? Because it's me. And I be speaking the truth. Why is it bad because I say big wife? But if I was on here talking about my husband dogging me, dragging me, and not one time have I ever said my husband was perfect. But because I don't have that drama and we ain't gossiping about nobody, we actually talking about ourselves because I'm very transparent and I talk about myself. Why do people get so mad when you tell the truth? Because one thing about it and two things for sure, a hit dog gonna holler. A hit dog gonna holler. Why when I say quit settling for just being a man jump off, I'm judging. Why when I tell you get the man you want and not the man you need is me trying to force you to get married? Why can't, I'm going to ask again, why can't I want what's best for you and not even know you? So the only people that can want what's best for you, they got to know you personally. Like you can't take what I'm saying because you know what? I'm gonna say this on that. I know there's a lot of people that get on social media and they want your money. If I know live hosts. If you not sending at least $1,000 to their live, they don't even acknowledge you. I be on here, Mr. Charles, Queen, Lady, Me Beautiful. Like I know, I call you out. Like I don't get on here and leave off Queen T, DJ Real. Like I don't get on here and leave off with millions of dollars, and I'm still me every time I come on here. But yet, when I ask you to tap the screen, tapping the screen is free. When I say, just the other day, I said, I can remember when I first started going to church and getting serious about God, I remember how loud I was. And people would move away from me to the point I prayed and say, Lord, take my loud voice because I feel like I offend people. And then I began to pray and I talked to my mom and my mom told me, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. So I'm very vocal in church. Somebody got on here and asked me, well, are you even living what you're talking about? Because I said that, they felt like I was judging and I wasn't. Why when I tell young women that's single and laying up with somebody that can't pay their bills? You ain't got no business laying up with nobody that can't help you. Matter of fact, the fact that you can't help yourself, you shouldn't even be thinking about laying up. When I tell women, your kids run around in the house, but you laid up in the back with a man that gonna leave you with a wet behind and a confused mind, because I keep it 100, I keep it a buck. Why do people get offended when you tell them the truth? When you tell them that ain't nobody coming to save you, you got to want it for yourself. Why can't I want better for you? Why can't I ask you to look out your window, and if you looking at trash running all over, raggedy cars in your yard, people down the street, down on the stairs smoking, and it's partying going on, and I tell you, get it yourself in a nice manicured area. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Barbara, like when I say that, like, why do people feel like, oh, she trying to act like she better? When I tell people it don't take forever in a day for a man to know if you're his wife. And I'm very transparent because today's topic is why can't I have that? When I tell people the story about how the man that I'm married to right now, how we met. We've been together 5 years. We've been married 2 years. I'm going to tell you the story. I'm just using the year. We met 1 year. We met in May of a year. We met in May. We talked and we met on Facebook dating. Let's talk about it. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. Listen, that part. That part. DJ Real T is a man, and he said it took him 5 months. See, people feel like when you do this, you trying to act like you better or you perfect or But let me tell y'all that part. Let me tell you something. This for my women that want to be married. It don't take a man forever. We met in a May. We got together. I told him I wanted a house. We met in May. May, June, July, August, September, October. I told him I wanted a house. By that next year, we was looking for a house. We bought the house before we got married. After that, we got engaged and we got married. Within 2 years, we bought a house, got engaged, and got married. And he wasn't nobody that I grew up with. He wasn't nobody that I knew around the way. I couldn't go to nobody because we didn't know each other. But we got to know each other. And let me tell you what happened was different for some people trying to figure out that been together for years. You know why? One, you can't make a person be ready for what you're ready for. You got to meet them where they at. You got to know what you want and they know what they want. This part right here. That right there. A real man knew exactly what he wanted, wasn't finna let you slap that part. You feel what I'm saying? And listen, the house that I'm in, the man that I married had this money already saved up in the bank. We didn't go get no FHA loan, no Fannie Mae loan. We didn't get a loan like that. We financed through the bank, but he had the money in the bank and he went and got it out for me. Because something that was within me came out to him as a grown man. Y'all women, when I tell that story and try to get some of y'all to understand, some of y'all be kicking and screaming and want to kick the screen because you trying to tell me, oh, that probably ain't real. She probably making that up, and you probably don't believe me because you assume everybody on social media lies. Y'all feel like everybody on social media lies. But I'm a real person just like y'all. I've gotten on here some days and I've cried about things. And another thing, I'm going to say this. And this for everybody on here, everybody in the back, everybody in my dog barbershop, Signature Barber on here. Listen. Signature Barber and everybody in the barbershop. I ain't got a lot of y'all. What y'all gonna do to me? Like, I ain't got to prove myself to none of y'all. But one thing I don't do is lie, because eventually I'm going to do an outing and you're going to meet me in real life. And I'm going to have to stand on everything I've been saying. I love you too. You understand me? I'm going to have to stand 10 toes down one of these days and face y'all. Not that it matters, like y'all can put me in heaven or hell. I don't have to lie to y'all to kick it. You feel what I'm saying? That's two. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna whoop my behind. Some of y'all probably can whoop my behind, but no. That part, Abigail. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying that to say this. Sometimes you gotta be quiet and listen. Sometimes we as people talk so much. We talk too much. But my thing is, why can't we have the finer things in life? Why can't we have a positive, healthy marriage? Why do our kids, let's be honest, let's be real, let's be grown. Why our kids got to grow up in homes where it's broken? And when I say broken, I ain't talking about single parent or stepdaddy, stepmama. I'm talking about, why can't it be two grown people knowing, you know what, we don't need to talk like this in front of the kids. We don't need to argue like this in front of the kids. We don't need to be cussing certain things, cussing the kids out, or cussing each other out, or belittling each other in front of the kids. Like, I don't need to be staying out all night. Like, I don't need to be cheating on you. Like, the kids don't. Why can't we? Why, when you say stuff like that, oh, this ain't no TV show, this ain't the Cosby Show, because you grew up and everybody was toxic. Why do you automatically feel like we got to be toxic? I'm going to say this and people going to get offended, but I don't care. Social media is a mud. And a lot of people have made millions off negativity. Some of y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all might not. But if you don't, look her up. Peach McIntyre is a prime example. I'm just using her. We see Peach McIntyre go out and make millions. One, people complain about her, but they'll still watch her because they like drama. Two, they watch her take care of her husband, Wood, and then they want to get on a bandwagon and feel like we out of order, when the Bible say the man is supposed to be the provider and not the woman, and somebody speak on it, the first thing we mad and we jealous. I'm not mad, nor am I jealous, because that's not the will of God. And how dare the world try to make us wrong? If we believe in God, and I ain't talking about no slave, I wasn't enslaved. Let's be clear. Let's talk about it. I was never enslaved. My ancestors was enslaved. You feel what I'm saying? Why, when you say certain things, it's got to be slave mentality? That's, oh, the white man trying to keep us down. Like, what? Can't nobody keep you down in 2026 unless you allow them to. Why we gotta agree with everything because social media agrees with it? Why we can't be our own people? Like, why can't I believe in God because I want to believe in God? Why automatically now everybody being woke? It ain't no God. It's the white man God. Slave master taught you that. Let's talk about the real God and changing his name to Jehovah's side. And but my thing is, listen, if it ain't no God, listen to me. If there ain't no heaven, no hell, ain't no God, what I gotta lose? Why is it that we automatically, if I say you ain't got no business living in low income, letting a man live with you in low income, and especially use your kitchen because he a street pharmacist to use the stove that they paying for, I agree that you shouldn't lie. I don't think it's okay for you to continue to have children and the taxpayers got to pay for it if you can't pay for it. I don't feel like it's right for you to get your income tax and go blow it on a car you ain't gonna have after March. Like when I tell you, get your food stamps and buy grocery and quit buying every snack in the... Why that's got to be judging people? You feel what I'm saying? No matter what we do, how we do it, why is a bad thing? My brother is Josh Pray. And he took his kids to visit the college in Miami, a black college. What's the black college down there in Miami? It's a HBCU. It ain't AIU, but it's a black college. Anybody know that college in Miami? Anybody from Miami on here that know the college, the black college? Not fam in Miami. Not the University of Miami. It's a black college. Flomo. Thank you, baby. Flomo. My brother went to Flomo, graduated, loved it, Flomo. He took his kids there to see where he graduated, just in case, they want to see what it's like. But the experience was awful. And he did a review about it and he talked about it. Not bashing them, but he said, why when it comes to HBCUs, we're not talked about and ain't no money being poured into the colleges. The person that took him around wasn't like how you will go to some of these big universities. That, he was saying his kids couldn't see the cafeteria. There was no professors. Like, he just talked about it. Why he gets so much backlash? He getting positive in there. But one of the comments that I read, it said, oh, you talking about you want your kids to have a cafeteria, a gym, professors, a nice library. You so bougie. Why he gotta be bougie? Because he want nice things for his kids. He want his kids to have the same experience as their white counterparts. So it's okay for us to watch other kids get the nice things at their universities, but when it comes to our kids, we got to settle for nothing. We got to literally settle for nothing. We got to settle for less than because why? Because it's in Miami? Why? Because it's an HBCU? Why aren't the influential people on the boards and people, why aren't they pouring back into the HBCUs? Why can't we want our kids to go to the black colleges, but they get the same experience? Why can't we have that? Why we got to have the raggedy stuff? I'm not saying flow more raggedy. I'm just saying, why we got to have the raggedy stuff? Why people got to jump on there and just because somebody look like me want their kids to have nice dorm rooms? That part. Why can't we want nice dorm rooms for our children? We want our kids to go to college, but we can't want them to have nice dorm rooms? That means my brother bougie? That means he think he better than people? Like, come on, people. Like, what my people at? Like, let's be real. Those that came before us, this shirt for everybody on my timeline. It says, I am, but we are our ancestors' wildest dream. We're our ancestors' wildest dream. Those that paved the way that came before us, they proud. They proud that we'll stand up. They proud that they went through hell and high water, but we here. If it had not been for them, I wouldn't be able to be on this live because we'll be still segregated. Like, we can't want better for ourselves. We got to always stay at the bottom. We got to want our kids to have the raggedy dorm rooms. We can't have our kids. It may not be an Ivy League college, but we can't want it down there in Miami. Come on. Why it's got to automatically be, oh, you want this? When you go to get a checkup, when you go to the dentist, listen, when I first became a full-time educator and I got some insurance on my job, the first thing I did, I signed up, I got dental, I got health, and I went to the dentist because growing up, my mom didn't take me to the dentist. My mom didn't take me to the dentist growing up. I always took my kids to the dentist. So when I became an educator and I got insurance, I took myself to the dentist. The first dentist office I went to was filthy. I'm talking about run down, hole in the wall. I got up. Huh? The fact that everyone and everything mentioned this lady name, don't care to like her but mention her. Listen, I got up out of that dental office not because I thought I was better, but I knew I deserved better. Not because I thought I was better, but I knew I deserved better because I had done went to college, got this degree, passed this test. You feel what I'm saying? And I knew I deserved it, not because I thought I was better, because I knew I did. I knew I deserved better. Why did I have to settle for that dental office and all the hard work I put in? When I go to my doctor's office, you better believe my doctor's office is clean. Not because I think I'm better, because I know I deserve better. I deserve to get the health care my counterparts get. Like, why do we feel that we got to settle because the world say this is all we deserve? Says who? Why women of color got to automatically be ghetto because we talk loud and we got to be uneducated and we can't articulate our words? Why other women that look like me won't support me because they either think I'm better or they think I'm ghetto because the world says, oh, she got to be one or the other and don't even know me? Why do we automatically attack each other? If I've had women come on my live and certain people want to attack them, but I be like, wait a minute, y'all, let them talk. I've had men come on here and talk. They don't have to agree with me, but why the first thing they say, the first thing people say that jump on my live on the back end, she got to be miserable. And I'm trying to figure out, why am I miserable? Why do I automatically have to get food stamps? Because I said I was a single mother, I got food stamps, but way before my kids moved out my house, all four, I was off food stamps. I don't even get Medicaid. You feel what I'm saying? I don't get Medicaid because I work. It's a little ghetto, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I wish I did get some food stamps, but I don't qualify. But I don't knock nobody that do. But because I say that, the first thing, oh, she thinks she better than everybody. I've had people tell me, because if you follow me and you listen to my you see my content, a lot of my content is uplifting. Somebody approached me that know me and said, you be giving so much advice, you act like you'll never have a hard time. You'll never have. And I'm trying to figure out which one of my posts have I ever said that I ain't never have a hard time. It's got to be somebody that don't listen to me, because I talk about my struggles. I talk about brokenness and how I've been in the valley and how I had a hard time. I talk about it. I'm very transparent. But somebody stopped me and said, you act like you'll never have a hard time. Because I say, okay, it's okay to be hurt and going through, but it ain't okay to stay there. It ain't okay to stay there, because I don't want you sitting in the dark by yourself. You may be depressed. You may be struggling. You may be a single mom. You may be a single father. Your man probably cheating or done left you. You might be going through something right now. But because I don't attack you and I tell you, pull yourself together, it's going to be all right, because I pour back into you. Why do we always got to be the angry black women? Hold on, y'all. Tracy, who are you talking about? I'm confused. I can't start my live without mentioning what lady name. Like, you keep saying that over and over. Y'all, hold on, we gotta address something right here real quick. See, this is what I be talking about. What are you talking about? Like, What are you talking about? Tracy and whoever. What? See what I'm saying? But then I got more people telling me they thanking me for just pouring into them. But if I'm yelling and telling you, pull yourself together, and I tell people, even if you're in a dark place, hey, Miss Cynthia, I don't know what Tracy's talking about. Who is Tracy talking about? She keeps saying the same thing. I don't know what's going on. But if I'm telling you to pull yourself together, wait a minute. What are y'all talking about? What's going on? No, but what? Join what? What's going on? Who? What lady? What are y'all talking about? Okay, Tracy. Tracy, you talking about Peach McIntyre? Because I've been on my live for a little minute. Baby, I just brought her name up because this is my mouth. And I can say what I want to say. Thank you. If you talk about Peach McIntyre, I said what I said and I ain't got to talk. I don't have to take it back. And if you get offended by what I'm saying, you don't have to stay on my live. You can always leave and it'll be no hard feelings. I said what I said and I ain't taking nothing back. I'm not. Like I said, but moving on. But listen, and see what I'm saying? Like I said what I said, and I said no disrespect to Peach McIntyre. I'm not trying to take nothing from her. Do what you do, you getting paid. I said that. It ain't that I'm trying to knock her from doing what she's doing, but I meant what I said. People talk about her content, but they listen. Then I said she takes care of wood when it's out of order. I said what I said. Okay. I'm going to ask this one question and we're going to get off Tracy. Tracy said what I'm doing is not inspiration. If you've been on my live since I got on here like at 3:30, she said what I'm doing is not inspiration. If I am inspiring you, if I'm helping somebody, put it in the chat. That part. If I'm offending you, what do I always say? Join my live at your own risk. Somebody must, baby. If I got 170 some people listening to me and really enjoying, because this ain't a live that we're going back and forth, we just talking. Tracy, okay. If this ain't inspiring, I don't know what is, and I'm going to say it again. I'm talking about why can't we have what we want to have? Why can't we have what we want to have? I'm moving on. Like, why we can't have what we want to have? Why we can't have what we want to have? Why do we got to feel like we talking about each other when somebody tell you the truth? One thing I learned about the truth hurts. You know how people be saying, I want people to tell me the truth. People don't want the truth. People want you to agree with them. People want you to side with them. People want you to be like, you might be right when you wrong. Right is right and wrong is wrong. When women say, some women be like, you know what, I want a good man that pays the bills. And mess around and get a good man that pays the bills, and he good until he tell you no, he's not going to buy you that bag. He's not going to take you on a trip. The first thing a woman want to say, oh, he tell you stop spending so much money. Now you offended. Because now you assume that he trying to run you, trying to control you. And he's not. People want to hear what they want to hear, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And I've said this, you may not agree with what I'm saying, and you don't have to. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't even got to like what I'm saying. You don't even got to like me. You ain't even got to watch me. But when one thing about it, and everybody that been following me know, I'm going to stand on what I said. Now, I can take a straightening if I'm wrong. But I don't see nothing that I've said that was wrong. It's time for us to stop living below our means because people feel like we got to. That part. Come on at your own risk. Thank you. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I said join my live at your own risk at the beginning of my lives. Because I know when people get on here and get to listening, they get booty hurt. I didn't need to say nobody's name to have a live. I can do my live off my own strength. I just use that as an example because a lot of people relate or understand what I'm talking about. That part. But whenever you hear somebody say something about something that's the truth, because we can dissect what I said. God created man and woman. He created a man and he created a woman. There's nowhere in the Bible where the Bible said, be independent. Let's talk about it. Be independent. Society has made us independent. Nowhere in the Bible it says be independent. In the Bible, it says the man is the provider and the protector. The Bible, the Lord took a rib and created the woman. He took a piece of his rib. He took her from the side of him and created a helpmate. Tracy, you asked if people would tune in if I didn't say her. They've been on my live before I even mentioned her. What are you talking about? Miss Barbara been following me. Miss Wright Beauty come on here every day. Luck 22, Queen T. I ain't seen DJ in a while, but he on here. Signature Barbara log on every day. I got Miss Cynthia and a whole lot of other people that log on to me every single day. Because every day I don't talk about her. I don't have to mention her name to get people to like my lives. Like, what you saying? You steady asking questions and I'm nippling in the butt. I'm nippling in the butt. I don't have to say her name like her name is the only reason why people why people watching me. Yes, let me answer your question. I'm going to make it plain, simple, and be done with it. Yes, people will watch me if I mention her name, if I don't mention her name. I ain't mention her name like that. This live ain't about her. This live is about why we can't have what we want to have. That's what the live is about. Why we can't have what we want to have. My point of saying anything about her, why can't I be over here working, my husband work, and he pay the bulk of the bills, and I pay some of the bills, and it be a healthy relationship? Why does it automatically got to be, if he ain't paying 100% of the bills, or if I ain't 100% taking care of him, it ain't a healthy relationship? Why I got to be... Why do I got to be... It got to be, that's the only way to get people to get up. Listen, anyways. That part. Hello. These two people, it's people don't even know who, it's people don't even know who that is, girl. And she said if I didn't mention her name, people won't be watching me. Like, anyways, why we can't want better for our children and our grandchildren? Why we got to always feel like the only way our kids can have something, we got to look at it as if we want to be better. We want better. We want our kids to go to nice schools. We can't want better. Why we got to settle for less? Why we always got to be... Okay, Trace. Have a good day. She must be a fan of Peach McIntyre. My God. Hello? Like, y'all, did I hit a nerve? I hit a nerve, y'all. Girl. Listen. Listen. If y'all don't act like that about me, if y'all don't act like that about me, you hear me? If y'all don't act like that about me, and I mean y'all better act like that about me. Y'all, like I said, a hit dog gon' holler. Y'all see how that I triggered something in her? Whatever I said. And I said what I said. And I said it again like, she can get it too. A hit dog gon' holler. But I didn't take nothing from her. I said what I said. But I'm just talking about why it's always got to be that? Like, why do people always got to... Why it always got to be somebody that going to come out the woodwork? And I'm steady saying, leave it alone, Tracy. Leave it alone. Like, let it go. And it's like she wanted a fight. Bye. I don't understand people. But that's what I'm talking about. Why we can't have... Why we can't talk like we talking and people not get mad like that? Why it's always got to be negative? Like, she was hard down mad. Like, hard down mad. She was big mad. It ain't even that serious. Calm down. I said what I said. I ain't cuss nobody out. I ain't drag nobody's name. I ain't degrade nobody. I said what I said. But my point of today's thing is, why can't we have what we want? Why we can't do better? Why is it that it's cool to say, he cussed me out, and kiki about it? That's not healthy. Being in a relationship where y'all... She said she better go on because she can get it. She said, I'm playing, but I'm not playing. But listen, we talking about, like I said, my brother went to the HBC. He went to Flomo, and he didn't like what he saw. So, but why him saying that offended people, making it seem like, oh, you want bouginess? We can't want bouginess for our kids. Because if one of my kids went to college, I went to college, I didn't get the opportunity to go online. But if one of my kids went to college, baby, I will have the drapes, the bedding. I will make sure my child dorm room was set on fire just like everybody else. Why can't we want that for our kids? Why we can't want our kids to be able to go and get their card and go to a nice college and their cafeteria serve nice food, dorm rooms clean, restrooms clean, they keep the grind, they got good teachers on there. Like, why we can't want that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why we can't want that? Why is it a bad thing? Ooh, what dress is not... But I'm just saying. So it's okay for the Ivy League schools to have the nice things, but when it comes to an HBCU, we got to have the hand-me-down stuff. I'm sick of that, y'all. I'm serious. I'm sick of the HBCUs being talked about low down, dirty. Like, we got too many influential black people with a whole lot of money that went to some of these colleges. So why we can't have the best things? Because I sure want my kids to have the nice things. And I don't know you, but if you got kids that going to college, I hope they have the college experience. The college experience. You feel what I'm saying? Bye. Have a good day at work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why can't we want our kids not to just see their friends getting clink clink? Why is it a flex to get clink clink? Why is it a flex for our young kids to be having these at a young age? Why is that all they see? Why is the only way to eat is to go play football or rap? You got to play sports or you got to be a rapper in order to eat. Like, it ain't no other jobs out there like roofing, being an electrician, like being a mechanic, like building something. Like, why don't we have anybody in Congress that look like us, fighting for us? Why can't we have another black president? Like, why? Why we ain't teaching our kids to, like, why you can't be a president? Why you can't be the first this and that? Why? It's okay for everybody else to have a seat at the table, but we act like we don't deserve to sit at the table. We deserve to sit in the same room as the people that don't like us, that they can see us and fight for the people that's going to come behind us. Why we can't have nice things? Why we not teaching our kids that the only way, you don't have to always just play football. Not knocking nobody that do, but why that's the first thing everybody want their children to do, go play football? Why they can't be a chef and own a nice restaurant? Why can't we have Black Wall Street? Y'all know what Black Wall Street is? Why we can't be the ones that restart Black Wall Street? Own our own banks? Why we can't own Walmarts? Why we can't own Sam's? Why we don't have a seat in the White House and have people that can fight for us? I'm talking about really fight for us, and don't be scared to stand 10 toes down and let them know what y'all not gonna do is keep treating my people like that. Why every time we get one in there, they always got to be on the other side going against us? And why are we going against each other? When they gonna realize when they look in the mirror, they just like us? Baby, just because you got a Ivy League college degree, you married a white bunny, you got mixed looking children, you drive a certain type of car, you work in a certain type of circle, like you're not no better than us. You just hang with them over there. Why is it not okay for us to fight for us? They have good men. Why we always got to be bragging by, oh, my man went to prison and I held him down? Why? Why is it okay for these young girls to bring these home and they idolize this because they seen their mama be single mothers? Why is that a flex? Your daughter seen you have a baby at a young age and she feel like, oh, my mama did it. You need to tell her the truth. Why so many of these kids want to drop out of school because their mom and daddy did it? You need to tell them the truth. How hard it is out here, at least without a high school diploma. Quit making social media look like it's so easy to do. Why our kids know every song and dance on TikTok but don't know how to read and write and can't pass a PM1, 2, or 3, reading at a 3rd grade level in the 8th grade, don't know how to articulate their word, they can read but they can't comprehend? Why they go to football camp and don't get no tutors? Why people get married and get no marriage counseling? Why they ain't even consulting God before they even get married? Why people jumping up getting married because it sound good? Why? Like, why is that okay? Why is it not okay for you to tell your child you don't want them to walk the same path? Why is it okay for you to say, I want my child to have a different life, so I let them do what they want to do until they hit a brick wall, and now you around here crying and begging and pleading, but you wanted never a parent to your child because you felt like you need to let them do them? Why is it okay not to be a parent to your child? Thank you. Like, why? Why when a child that look like me go home and tell a parent that look like me that a teacher that don't look like me don't like them, and you got into the school and that automatically got to be true? Why is it okay for you to come to the school on the first few days of school, but you don't show up no more till after the other 9 weeks, and now you mad because you trying to figure out why your child failing, but we ain't seen you all year until then, but then you mad and talk about the teacher don't like your child? Have you really sat down and talked to the teacher? I'm not saying teachers are perfect, because it's some teachers out there that are not perfect. But have you really sat down? Why so many men show up to the football games, go to strip clubs and the concerts, but we rarely see y'all men showing up in droves at the PTOs at the school? Let me talk to some of y'all men real quick. Why is it okay for us mothers to take care of the responsibility? Listen. Why is it okay that the only time we see some of these men is at the football games? Can y'all still hear me? Because when people call my phone, it knocks me off. Queen T, can y'all still hear me? Okay. Why the only time why the only time we see a lot of these men is then, but yet they'll come in droves to the football game? From Pop One to high school to college. But yet you don't know nothing about your child. Why the teacher always got to call the mama? Why every time your child get sent to the ISS room, the mama got to be called? Why your child stood at the bus stop with no jacket on or no scully on his head and you don't even know nothing about that? Because as a man, you feel like, oh, because I pay her child support, that's all she gonna get. Oh, she got a new man, let the man. Why is it okay? You feel what I'm saying? Like, black men, I love y'all, but y'all got to do better than what y'all do. You will go to the strip club, you will go to a bar, you will go to a club. Why is it okay for a lot of our kids to go to Rod Wave, but you won't take them to church? Why a lot of our kids go to Rod Wave? Why a lot of our kids walking around with backpacks that ain't nothing in them? Why kids walk around with the latest iPhones and J's on their feet, Gucci slides, and can't even read on their grade level? Why is that okay? Why we can't want our kids on grade level? Why we can't want more than football for our kids? I'm just asking a real question. Why is the only time we want our kids to go to school to play sports? Why we got so many single women? Because some men don't want to step up and be fathers because either they weren't raised right or they are not being held accountable. And this is not an attack on men. I'm just asking, like, why does society always feel like all black men are the same? Like it ain't no good black men. And then when you get a black man that is doing right and he try to tell a black man that ain't doing right something, the first thing he trying to say, you trying to judge. That part. Why? We got to do better. We got to do better as a people. You feel what I'm saying? Every time we have conversations like this, of course, people don't want to hear the truth. When you speaking the truth, they get mad. That part. Why is it okay for some women to love one child more than the other? Why grandmas always love one child more than she love others? When I mean that, like my mom, like you ever been raised where your mama liked it, the one in the family that had the money but mistreated your mama. Or your mama might be the black sheep because they assumed she wouldn't be nothing, and then she messed around and became something. Why, if you move out the hood and do better for yourself, you got to be trying to be white? So only white people can have good things and live good, live in gated communities and get big, nice houses? Like, why? I'm never going to understand the mentality of people that get so mad and get offended about the truth. And it ain't my truth, it's the truth. We can't want nice things in our neighborhoods. We can't want Walmarts and stuff. We can't want to be CEOs of that. Still be a father to your children. Don't let your baby mama. That's what I'm saying. There are some toxic mothers. But listen, people gonna be people. Huh? That part. But this is what I'm talking about. Why can't we want better for us? Why we always gotta settle? Why we gotta settle? We don't have to. We some people had a mentality when you tell them, for instance, you ever heard a person say, I paid all my bills, I'm broke. Baby, that's still broke. Why we can't pay our bills and have money? Why we only can go on vacation on the weekend? Why we can't travel like the rich folks? And when I say rich, it don't even got to be financially, mentally. Why you can't detox your subconscious from all the negativity? I'm just saying. I'm just curious on why people be so mad. Why people be so mad? They be mad when you tell the truth, but when you agree with foolishness, it's okay, right? Y'all support y'all live hosts. If you haven't followed me on YouTube, make sure you are following me. Because I be needing some people over there too. Just in case I need y'all to block them. Because they come on my YouTube page and some people be talking out the side of their neck. And I got Miss Cynthia Didi didn't come today. I be need, so please subscribe. And why do, when people tell them the truth, when people tell you the truth, why people get so mad? You get mad when you hear the truth. Who is Ernest? Why I'm talking over here, people on my YouTube can see they're calling me fat. Welcome in. They're like talking about me. But y'all notice I ain't changed not one thing about me. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes everything ain't got to be addressed. I addressed Tracy because she kept commenting the same thing. But I don't have to address everybody. I don't. They calling me fat. Everything. They like going in, but it doesn't bother me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that part. Welcome in, Clarence. But I don't understand people. I'm not going to change because, first of all, I tell y'all in the beginning, join my live at your own risk. Thank you. That part. Somebody asked about long braids. What does that got to do with school? Like, why your braids long and your kid's school raggedy? But listen, if you have not followed me, find your girl on YouTube at Pretty Brown 43. Look for me on Instagram. My name on Instagram is right here. My name on Instagram is right here. If you want to look for me on Facebook, I'm on the platforms. I'm on all platforms. Baby, you can run, slide, hide, get mad. You're going to eventually come across one of my posts. Because, like I said, we go through too much in life to be talking negative. I love you too. Who got time to be talking negative all the time? Hey, one day at a time. And I get on here every day. I get on here every day. I don't be caring what people say because it ain't going to change who I am. I'm going to still do me. Because like I said, if I reach one person to change the narrative, somebody might be sitting in the dark. Thank you. Somebody might be sitting in the dark going through something. And I be trying to help people. Y'all be, like I said, everything I say, it might not fit you. It might not be for you. But you don't know what people be going through. Sometimes I don't need people to tell me what they're going through. I just be want them to listen and understand that God hasn't forgotten about you. And when I pray for people, I pray for people for real. I'm not one of these people that, no, I pray for y'all for real because I don't know what you go through on a day to day. I don't know you personally. And I don't even know what you need, but God does. I don't know what you need. God knows exactly what you need. And I don't want to be God. I'm just the vessel that He chose to speak. And God can use anybody. And sometimes it's best to just listen. You ain't even got to talk. You ain't even got to talk. Sometimes you just listen. People be going, y'all be thinking I be just talking. People be going through some things. People be going through some heavy, heavy stuff. And then we got to spend a few minutes with somebody that's mad and in their feelings about something I said. And I hitting on said, join my live at your own risk. I say I might hurt your feelings. You might not agree. I say all this in the beginning of my life. And people still gonna get on here and think they're gonna attack me. You not doing that. Because your life is perfect. You got money in the bank. You got your man. You single. That part. You got the perfect children. You was raised in a 2-parent household. You got your daddy last name. You drive the perfect car. You got the perfect job. You perfect. Your health is good. Like you got everything that you want. Your life is perfect. Then you got people like us that know ain't nothing ever that perfect. Because you was raised in a 2-parent household, that don't mean you better than a woman that was raised in a 1-parent household. Because you got your daddy last name, it don't mean the woman that don't got her daddy last name that you better than her. Because you live in a gated community, or you go to a certain church, or you drive a certain car, or you live in a certain area, that you better than somebody that don't live there. Because baby, let me tell you something. Life gon' life. And because you live behind them gates don't mean life ain't gonna knock on your door. It might be my day to day. It might be his day to day, his day to day. It might be somebody else day to day, but you be mindful. Because one thing about life, it's gonna life. And if it has to humble you, it will. And let me tell you something else. You can't tell God how to get you back. You can't do wrong and then say, don't get me back the same way. Get me back a different way. That ain't how life works. If you mistreated somebody, lied to somebody, and you feel like God ain't dealt with you, it don't mean that God is not going to deal. He just ain't did it yet. Think about it. Think about it. When you think about life, and then listen, I'm 46, and there's older people listen to me. Back in the days, it took forever in a day for something to come back around. Now, life is life in like this. It come back so fast, make your head spin. You be like, dang, it used to take forever. Not now. I don't believe in karma. I believe you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And when you harm somebody, you better know when it's your time, chin up, chest out. Because you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to reap what you sow. I don't think, people don't understand. But listen, if you have not followed me, please follow your girl, subscribe to your girl, look for me on YouTube. I created a journal. That part. If you have not bought your journal, buy it. If not, it's fine. Support your live host, y'all. What's in here? Listen, support y'all live host. Y'all, thank y'all for tapping the screen today. Today live was, we just talked about why we can't have that. Why you think you can't have what you want. We serve a God that owns everything. Listen. For my real believers, I want you to believe this right here. I want you to believe that the God you and you serve, the link is in my bio. It's $8, I think. I want you to know that God sent his angels to stand guard over you like this. They can hear people talk about you in rooms that you're not in. They protect you when you don't even know you need to be protected. You got to know that this is how God feel about you. He's standing 10 toes down about you. And they talking about you. And they saying, the angel saying, yeah, they saying she ain't gonna make it. They saying he ain't gonna make it. They saying that we gonna take this and we gonna take that. They saying that she ain't gonna last. And all while God saying, y'all think that. But I got her back. And she don't even know it. He don't even know it. But you got to know. Because when you go to God about something, you got to go to God knowing that he is God. And he can do anything but fail. You can't be running around here, going to God, and then go back and quit. Baby, you got to go to God and say, listen here, Lord. Listen here. Listen. You have to go to God and say, listen here, Lord. I don't know how you going to do it, but I know you going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know when you're going to do it, but I know you're going to do it. You got to know that if he don't do it today, he can do it. Even when you don't understand, even when it don't feel good. And then I'm going to say this, and I'm saying this with my chest. It ain't nothing wrong with wanting better for yourself. Even when you don't want better for you, I want better for you. I want you to start that business and be prosperous. I want you to get in that marriage and it be healthy. I want you to look in the mirror and love you from the top of your head to the sole of your feet. I want you to get your smile back, your confidence back. I want you to understand you may not have everything you want, but right now, you got everything that you need. And mind you, I don't even know some of y'all. I don't know a lot of y'all, but I still want the best for you. Even when you don't want it for yourself. I believe in you when you can't believe in yourself. I stand in the gap for y'all every day. Like I go to God like, Lord, when I pray for y'all, like I wholeheartedly pray for y'all as if we sisters and brothers and I know you down the street. I pray for you because I want the Lord to protect you. I want the Lord to give you the strength you need for those that have been knocked down and talked about and looked over and mistreated. I really want you to have a peace of mind. That's why I say detox your subconscious. I don't want you walking around here thinking like everybody else thinks. You got to wake up and tell yourself, I deserve everything God promised me. I deserve a healthy relationship. I deserve a smile. And I deserve when I go through something, I come out on the other side better than when I went in. Hello. If I go through something, I want to come out better than I went in. I don't want to go in coming out the same way I went in. I want to come out even better. But I can want that all day for you, but you got to want it for yourself. And if I offend you, make you feel some type of way. I make you uncomfortable. Like, I just rub you the wrong way and I make you feel some type of way. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because in life, sometimes we got to get uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. I hope I make somebody uncomfortable. I hope I stepped on toes today, made you cry in the corner and you got tissue running down your... I hope I did. I'm not sorry. Because I do it out of love. I do it out of love. And love is not, oh, buttering you up, telling you what you want to hear. Love is actually telling you the truth about yourself. And I know people don't want to hear nobody tell them the truth. People want to walk around here in their own truth. When you get your income tax, you want to go blow it and go on a trip, get your body done, when you should really be either investing in or paying your bills up. No, you don't need to go and buy a Hellcat when you can't afford to take care of that Hellcat throughout the year. No, you don't need to go and buy no foreign whip so that so they can say, oh, girl, she in an Audi. You need to get you a Camry or Toyota, something that you can maintain because those cars cost money. I don't care if you get offended. I don't care if you're mad. I don't care. People are true. Somebody just called me a B. Somebody just called me a B. I'm still not mad. I'm still not mad. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not mad. I'm not offended. I'm still going to get on here tomorrow and preach and teach and do everything I want to do. They just called me a B. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad that they called me. He just called me a B. But anyways, listen. Make sure you are following your girl. People are true. They can't handle the truth. If it offends you, oh well. But listen. I'm not even finna... I ain't even finna go back. I'm not even finna go back and forth. Somebody said read Exodus 14:14. But see, people don't want to hear the truth. They want you to sugarcoat it or make it fit their narrative. They want you to fit their narrative. They want you to make it like, okay, it's okay. Uh-oh, Miss Barbara done jumped over here. But it's cool. But like I said, today's topic was about why we can't have that. We can have anything. We live in a day and age where we can have anything and we don't got to just settle for less than because society says we got to have that or we got to do this or we got to do it like that. You feel what I'm saying? We can have anything. Our kids ain't got to go to hand-me-down schools because we don't have to send our kids to the raggedy schools because society says that's all we can handle. We want to send our kids to HBCUs. We should be able to send them to HBCUs and have the same things that the Ivy League kids. If we want to raise our kids in the suburbs, we should be able to raise our kids in the suburbs. If we want to show tough love to our kids and not give them everything we can, we want to take them to church and not send them the right way if we can. If we want to tell our kids they ain't getting Jordans because everybody we can. If we don't have to get iPhone 17 to make it fit feel like we love them. We can be in 2-parent households and 1-parent household and still be great parents. I came from a mother that didn't care and a mother that was on drugs and a daddy that didn't care, raising 4 kids and got a whole master's degree. Well, and society says that you got to be a product of your environment. No, you don't. My mama was on hardcore drugs, and none of her kids are on hardcore drugs. You don't have to be a product of your environment. I love my city that I grew up in, the town I grew up in, but that didn't mean I had to stay there, and it don't mean that I think I'm better than nobody else because I still teach there. Hello. I teach there, I pour back into the community, and people may assume that I ain't straining that up for nobody. I am me. I am me. Because I don't live there, don't got no roots there, didn't buy a house there, that don't mean that I don't love it. I just didn't want to live there and raise a family there. I went to college. My mama was on drugs until I was 13. My daddy didn't care until I got married. I don't have my daddy's last name. I was raised in a single parent household. And every last one of my siblings got good jobs, live in homes, take care of their kids. My brothers are excellent fathers. My sisters are excellent mothers. And society talked about my mama so bad, my family, her family, made it seem like she was never going to amount to nothing. But when after she got off drugs, my mama's a minister. My mama have her own church right now. But society says you can't be successful or go to college and be who you are, especially not no single black woman. I guess I defeated the odds. Hello. Married with a good man in a house. Eat what I want to eat, shop when I want to shop, do what I want to do, buy what I want to buy. Not bragging, but society does not say that a single mother coming from hell and high water can amount to anything, because that is not the typical thing that a black woman do. She got to be angry and she got to be mad and she got to be in an abusive relationship. What? And because I say certain things and I talk a certain way and I don't fit the narrative of what a typical black woman from a hood and a broken home looks like, I can't be telling the truth. I can't be happy. I got to be mad and miserable, and I got to be on food stamps. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, I don't fit in nobody's narrative. Not what society says. I've been through some things in life. That part. I've been through some things in life. And that's why I can get on here and teach it. People think that you got to be degreed up or certified up. Not that I'm not. I have a whole degree in communications. I have a master's degree. And baby, like, I'm a certified life coach. But nothing teaches you better than life. Life is the best teacher. Can't no book teach you like life. Can't no book teach you. I don't care how many alphabet they got in front of their name. Can't nothing teach you like life can. Life, baby, life is a great teacher. That thing will take you down and through there. Life will take you down and through there. It'll teach you something. It ain't always got to come from an MD. Or people with, they got to have a doctor in front of their names. I'm just saying. But anyways, listen. Thank you to everybody that came on my lives, to share the live out, that tapped the screen, that sent a gift, that didn't send a gift. To those that support me, that think what I be doing and what I'm doing is positive and not tearing somebody down who didn't get offended. And if you did get offended, I hope you stayed on here and then got a better understanding, or you stayed and you said, let me get a better perception of who she is. And you like, wait a minute, no, she cool. She telling the truth. And the truth hurts. The truth sometimes, it hurts. The truth stings. You feel what I'm saying? The truth hurts sometimes. It does. But it also It also should help you grow. Some things you got to just look at your life and look at yourself and say, I need to do better. I'm going to do better. Everybody in the test, everybody on my line put different tax bracket. Different tax bracket. Baby, we going to speak. Different tax bracket. I don't know when. I don't know which one, and I don't know when. But one of my social media platforms, it's going to take me to a whole nother level. I don't know when. I don't know which one. But I'm standing on it. I'm believing for it. I'm speaking it. And I don't know when your tax bracket gonna come, when your help gonna come, when your deliverance gonna come, when your change gonna come. But we got to learn to speak it into existence. Quit speaking that I'm struggling. I ain't got it. He don't love me. He'll never love me. I ain't good enough. I ain't enough. I ain't light-skinned enough. My hair ain't long enough. My body ain't right. Quit saying that and start loving you. Because God did not make a mistake when he created you. God knew exactly what he was doing when he created you. He didn't make a mistake. He knew exactly who you were and who you were gonna be. He chose you in your mother's womb. He knew you in your mother's womb. Ain't that something to think about? God knew you in your mother's womb. God know every hair on your head. He created you. He molded you. And he didn't make a mistake. He meant to create you. If nobody ain't, I don't know who needed to hear that. God meant to create you. I don't care about the hell and the high water you going through or you done been through what I done been through. If it didn't take you out, it was meant to mold you. And yes, I talk about how my mom was on drugs and my daddy didn't care, but it didn't stop me from becoming who I'm becoming. You feel what I'm saying? I used to think that I'm behind because I was a single mother raising 4 kids. I'm like, Lord, I'm behind, until I really got a revelation and saying I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Even all the good and the bad. You can't thank God for only the good. Sometimes you got to tell God, thank you for the bad. Sometimes you got to say, thank you for the loss. Thank you for when I ain't had. Thank you for when I ain't understand. Listen. We're going to get ready to pray. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that got on my live. Understand me, who rocking with me, who don't find me on all social media platforms. And I hope I follow everybody back, because every day now I check my Instagram. If you follow me today on my gram, I follow you back. So find me, find me, find me, find me. Listen, I know everybody ain't from Florida. Y'all rep y'all city, y'all state. Let me know where my love coming from. Where y'all at? What city, what state you in? Let me know. I know everybody ain't from Florida. I know everybody on here ain't from Florida. My Instagram dime is my name right here. Cincinnati, Virginia in the building. North Carolina, Las Vegas in the building. Montgomery, Alabama. Statesboro, Georgia, Louisiana. See what I'm saying? I know everybody ain't from Florida. Dallas, Texas, Mexico, Alaska, Atlanta, Boston, Massachusetts, Fort Worth, Texas, Boston, baby, California. Let me tell you, United Kingdom, Louisiana, DC, listen, New York. Like I said, I see you, Dime. I'm going to go follow you in a minute. Across this part right here, Gabby. Gabby said, girl, you speaking across the country. You see what I'm saying? This what I'm from Kansas. I'm talking to people way in the UK. You understand me? I'm talking to people, listen, for Valdosta, Georgia. Listen, listen, listen. I'm talking to people in the UK. I'm talking to people in the UK. I'm just saying that to say, when you got people with small minds, they got Dallas, Texas. They got small minds. Jacksonville, Florida in a building. When you got people with small minds, Tampa in the building, Tennessee in the building. I just wanted to see where my love was coming from. Baby, listen, I'll be talking to people in the UK. But so when you trying to become Vegas in the building, you got to understand, it don't be the people that you know. Massachusetts, believe it. It don't be the people that you know. It be those that don't know you that's going to show you the most love. So I just wanted to say that so y'all can get it. Don't underestimate yourself, and don't put yourself in a box. Don't think, oh, nobody ain't gonna listen. No, the people you think should listen ain't, but it be the ones that ain't. Listen, I love y'all the long way. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I'm telling you, I cannot do this without y'all. Listen, this ain't about the money. I like talking to people. I like pouring into people. I'm not a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's one person. Like, I'm so excited. I'm talking to people across the world. Social media gives you the opportunity to talk to people across the country. Ain't this? You see what social media does? Okay. But listen, I appreciate. Baby, God, yes. It's the little things that count. I'm so appreciative because y'all could have watched anybody, but y'all say, I'm rocking with my girl. And if you haven't subscribed to your girl, subscribe at the @ Pretty Brown 43. My name on YouTube is my name. My name on Instagram is my name. Yes. And if you on my YouTube and you haven't subscribed. Listen, can't now gift, money, none of that amount to the love that y'all show just by showing up. Just by showing up. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Just by showing up. I know a lot of these other live hosts, they want you to send gifts. I want y'all to show up. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all, let's get ready to pray. Like, y'all see the smile? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to people across the world. Let's get ready to pray. Repent of all my sins. Lord Jesus, I come to you humbly. Thank you in advance for choosing me to be the person that you chose to speak to your people. Lord, I'm asking that you cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. I put the blood of Jesus over the airways, over my home, over my husband, over my son. I cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits, anything not sent by you. Lord, close the mouths of the enemy, close the ears of the prince of the air. Lord, if anybody is sick on my life, I'm asking that you heal them from the inside out, because you said by your stripes we are healed. If anybody is weak on my life, I ask that you heal them, because, Lord, you said when we are weak, you are strong. Lord, make them the head and not the tail. Make them first and not last. Make them the lender and not the borrower. Lord, I'm asking you to protect their goings and their comings. Lord, give them sweet sleep in the midst of anything that's going on. Lord, I don't know the need. You do. Open every door that needs to be open and close every door that needs to be closed. Lord, let thine will be done. We're not coming to you wondering what you're going to do. And before I finish, I don't know who it is, but Lord, it's a mother right now crying for their child. I don't know if they're in a hospital, they incarcerated, but she's crying for her child. I'm asking that you give her strength and favor in the midst of whatever's going on. We're not wondering what you're going to do. We're thanking you in advance for what you're about to do. In your son, Jesus' name, amen. Listen, thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you, because you don't have to show love and showing up, and you do. And listen, I want you to know, I love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Until tomorrow, I love you. Have a good night.